Jeremy Clarkson was put down by a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire contestant tonight who asked him to shut up and respect the rules. On Sunday's episode of ITV's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, a daring contestant decided to take Jeremy Clarkson head-on to secure her place in the competition. Greenwich lawyer Buppender was taking her time to answer a tricky question about the origin of the word Luddite. The host, however, seemed to be getting impatient and wanted to move on. He started spinning in his chair before getting snappy at the player. There's no rush, apart from the lifespan of the average human. Annoyed he had interrupted her thought process, Buppender snapped back, "You are supposed to be silent." Accepting the defeat in the verbal sparring match and the fact he was wrong, he replied, "Right." But while Jeremy actually did sit down and shut up, the audience was quite amused by the situation and couldn't help but erupt in laughter. Jeremy tried to regain his authority on the show, and turned it on the audience for being noisy. "Quiet everybody, please, thinking is happening." "Primetime television thinking, there it is," he continued. Laughing, Buppender replied, "Exactly." Fans on Twitter were equally amused by the situation, with one saying, "Love that this contestant bit back at Jeremy Clarkson. #Who wants to be a millionaire?" While Buppender got the question wrong and only walked away with £1,000, the next contestant Dan made it big, leaving with £125,000. However, viewers online were outraged as the primary school teacher wasn't able to answer a question about children cartoons and used two lifelines on it. Asked which character in Finding Nemo and Finding Dory was blue in color, Dan first called his dad, who also had no clue, before using his 50-50 and getting in down to Dory and Bubbles. He doesn't know which character is blue in Finding Dory, but he knew the answer to the Mark Ronson question. "Crazy scenes #Who wants to be a millionaire," said one fan. Another one commented, "Really, this is the question you're stuck on. What character is mainly blue? Dory. #Who wants to be a millionaire. This guy is a primary teacher and isn't sure what color Dory is from Finding Nemo. #Who wants to be a millionaire," exclaimed a third. "How are they stuck on what color Dory is on Finding Nemo? So easy. Lol. #Who wants to be a millionaire," added a fourth person. Another user posted, "Did this guy say he's a primary school teacher because I'm failing to understand why he doesn't know what color Dory is? #Who wants to be a millionaire." While Dan could have gotten up to £250,000 knowing the answer to the question, he decided to leave with the money. The next contestant, Ray, wisely stopped at £125,000 too, knowing he would have zero chance of getting his next question about land borders right. Ray was also surprised when he phoned a friend to get advice on a question about Bible books. While he didn't think his sister would know the answer, he was surprised by how quickly and confident she was about it. Ray rightfully trusted her and managed to climb up the ladder and win big, even though he didn't think he would win at all.